Hey guys, it's Chris from Steeda. We have a ton of Ford and Mustang news to cover today. Everything from the 2022 Mustang to Colors to the Mach-E to the Maverick to the Bronco. We have a ton to cover today, so let's dive in. Kicking things off, first and foremost, the 2022 Mustang Colors. If you haven't seen floating around social media and the news outlets already, the colors have leaked both for the Shelby GT500 and the Mustang itself. We're pretty excited. Honestly, there's a couple colors that we like but are leaving, so you can say goodbye to Grabber Yellow, Velocity Blue, Antimatter Blue, and Twister Orange. Personally, I'm a huge fan of Twister Orange, love that color, but there's definitely some awesome colors that are going to be replacing those four, so let's go over them. Atlas Blue, Dark Matter Gray, Eruption Green, and Oil Slick Blue Purple. Let's zero in on Oil Slick Blue Purple first because I'm personally most excited about that. Mystic in the 96 Cobra, Mystic Chrome in the 04 Cobra. They're very similar to this Oil Slick Blue Purple. A huge shout out to Chris Tress over at SSR Collision outside Atlanta for actually taking these paint codes and giving us real live samples of what these colors look like, both in video and photo form. So you'll be seeing those paint samples throughout the course of this video. But Oil Slick Blue Purple looks amazing, and I can't wait to see that on a car itself. Another interesting color is Eruption Green. Chris was able to paint this one as well, and it's definitely something that I personally haven't seen on a Mustang before. It's got a lot of metallic in it, definitely almost changes hues, like it's got a little bit of gold in there. I can definitely see this color, and Chris mentioned this too, it would look great during the sunset golden hour for pictures and things like that. So I'm sure the marketing material is going to be awesome when Ford starts rolling this out for the 2022 Mustang, but in the meantime, I'm definitely loving those paint samples. Atlas Blue is another one for 2022. Honestly, it looks very similar to Kona Blue or Deep Impact Blue that we've seen on the earlier S550 generation. It's got that really royal color when the sun hits it, but actually gets a little bit more muted when the sun goes away and you got cloudy conditions and things like that. So again, it really pops when that sun's on it, which is where you're going to be taking your Mustang out in the car shows and things like that. Sun's going to be shining, so that blue's really going to pop. Now let's not forget Grabber Blue. Obviously this color has been around forever, literally since the late 60s, early 70s. We've seen it on the 2010 or 2011, 2012, the 13s. We also saw it for the 2017 Mustang, and they're bringing it back for 2022. One thing that's different though is that this color code is actually different from previous Grabber Blues. According to Chris, what we saw from SSR Collision, those paint samples actually look very similar to Nitrous Blue on the Focus RS, which is a 3-stage paint, versus the 2-stage paint that you'll see on the Grabber Blue 2022 Mustang. And in terms of how it compares to the outgoing, I guess, 2017 Grabber Blue Mustang, this is going to have a little bit more flake in there. It's going to have a little bit more, I guess, pearl, where in the sunlight you'll really see it kind of pop. Another color that looks to be potentially only available on the GT500 is Code Orange. Looking at the pictures, and again, Chris actually painted that paint sample so we could see what Code Orange looks like. It's got a lot of red in there in terms of pictures, but Chris did say that in person it looks a lot more orange. What does this remind us of? Competition orange. We've seen this plenty before on previous Mustangs. In pictures, it almost looks a little bit more red, and for those photographers out there that do edit pictures, especially of competition orange vehicles, you almost have to bring those reds down to actually make it look true to the way it does in real life. So again, we're really excited to see what this looks like on a real car, but from what we're seeing in these videos and pictures and things like that, at least on the paint samples, definitely looks quite red, very similar to competition orange. One thing I do want to point out is that these colors aren't concrete yet. We're dealing with rumors and leaked colors and things like that. So once Ford comes out with on their website with what they're going to offer for the 2022 Mustang, that's when everything's going to be set in stone. But for now, in terms of what's available for the GT500 versus what's available for the 2022 Mustang, and if anything's exclusive for the Mach-1 or anything else, we're not 100% sure yet. But a lot of these new colors that we're seeing, we're definitely very excited to see them on an actual car when the time does come. One other exciting piece of news is that the Bronco did outsell the Mach-E in July and almost outsold the Edge as well, which is pretty exciting considering the Broncos are finally hitting the streets. We're finally being able to see these things on the road and frankly off-road, which is exciting for a lot of those consumers out there that have been waiting a year plus for their Broncos to be parked in their driveways. In the month of July, Ford actually sold 3,277 Broncos, 2,854 Mach-E's, and coming up just short for the Bronco, 3,349 Ford Edges. Another July means another EAA AirVenture event in Oshkosh, Wisconsin, and that means Ford put together another vehicle to auction off as a charity towards those events and young pilots. So that means it was a Mach-E this year. Iconic silver premium trim, I think the 0 to 60 in 4.6 seconds, 346 horsepower. It's a beautiful car and it's customized from front to back as a tribute towards female service pilots in World War II. On top of the obvious yellow accents, it features military badges all throughout the vehicle, and the number of this Mach-E is 38 to symbolize the 38 volunteer pilots who passed while serving. Last but certainly not least, Ford has come out and said that they are moving more towards an order-based system. What exactly does this mean? Well, dealership lots are absolutely packed with vehicles. They have been forever, up until COVID. COVID really caused an issue with supply chain in these new vehicles. Ford, as well as other automakers, have seen that consumers can adjust. Consumers can get exactly what they want if they were to order their vehicle versus having some random salesperson try to sell them on a vehicle that they really didn't want in the first place. Why not get exactly what you want by going to the dealership, ordering your car, and getting exactly what you want, 4, 6, 8 weeks later? If they're moving more towards this system, ideally, they'll probably be able to iron out some of the lead times that you'll see, that we're definitely seeing currently due to some of these supply chain issues. Another example of this is the Maverick. The new Maverick has come out, and they said that they're not going to be putting any of these Mavericks on dealership lots. You're going to have to order it and wait for it to come and get exactly the vehicle you want. So one thing that could be factoring into the cheap price point that this Maverick has, that $20,000 magic number for the 40 miles per gallon and all the utilitarian benefits you're going to get, is the fact that these cars, these trucks, won't be sitting on dealership lots and frankly hemorrhaging money. So what you're going to do is go to the dealership, order the vehicle, wait for it, and then you drive away 6, 8, 10 weeks later, whenever it comes, with exactly what you want. And frankly, everyone should be happier after that, right? Well, that about wraps up Ford and Mustang news this time around. So leave a comment below. Let us know what you think about the new Mustang colors, or a made-to-order system from Ford, or the EAA Mach-E, or anything. We'd be happy to hear your thoughts. Go ahead and comment below. Hit that like, subscribe button, that notification bell so you get your notification on your phone next time a Steeda video drops. And don't forget the most important thing, speed matters.